This is the all-new Lotus Emira, the most accurate car that Lotus have ever made, and we're about to find out how.
I'm Steve from Metrology, and at Lotus we've certainly helped them improve the quality of their cars. Basically, we're measuring the car at 2 stages of the production process. We've certainly assisted them to be able to reduce all of those errors, so now that when they want to go into full production, they've got a process that's very stable and very reliable. Traditionally, CMMs have always been seen as being at the end of the production process, whereas here you'll see a CMM that's actually inside the production process, so we can actually measure it at 2 different stages. So any errors can be very quickly identified. Now this has been a bit of a challenge because ultimately what we're doing is we're talking to the whole production line, so that as the vehicle comes in on an AGV, it's all talking to the CMM and it's all done fully autonomously.
I'm Tom McCrill. I'm the Dimensional Quality Manager here at Lotus, and this is the Lotus Emira. The Emira is a 2-seater sports car. It's a V6 petrol engine, and it's the last hurrah of the ICE combustion at Lotus. We're trying to move Lotus quality forward from its historical point to a new premium segment where we've got excellent reliability and repeatability in our processes. So this is our inline CMM. It's a 20-minute cycle time. The system's loaded by an AGV. The AGV picks the body up from the end of the framing process behind me, brings and loads that assembly into the CMM for a first stage of measurement. It then goes back to the line. It's built to the final stage, which we call stage 2, and then it's brought back in for a final measurement. And that's how we ensure we've got the car right before it goes out to the customers. We've got a unique structure here at Lotus. We measure the car with painted body panels, body in white, and wiring harnesses and other components already attached. We measure inside and outside the car, circa 300 measurement points in our 20-minute cycle. We use our laser cross scanners, which allows us to get a greater standoff and allows us to measure from the inside without contacting the body. Metrology is really important at Lotus. We use the data that we gather here to drive our processes and drive quality back into what we do. The previous process was to measure cars offline in a very manual way. It gave us good control and a good understanding of what we were doing, but it's a time-consuming process. The new system allows us to measure cars in a 20-minute cycle, and every car that we produce will come through this station before it gets anywhere near a customer. So measuring our cars is really important because it helps us drive process stability and capability. Good capable processes lead to good capable cars.
My name's Dave Robinson from LK Metrology. Lotus cars came to LK with a requirement for an inspection cell with criteria for high accuracy, speed and flexibility, and that's why we've offered them the HC90. So what's different about the HC90 is we see that this is a twin column machine. Rather than a bridge with a single probing system, we've got a column, 2 arms and 2 probing systems. So those 2 systems working together bring us the benefit of speed. So the measurement technology is a multi-sensor system based on the PHS. That's a constant positioning servo head, which gives us infinite positioning, which is great for access. We've got multi-sensor technology, which is the tactile probes for high precision and internal measurements, and we've also got the laser scanners, which is for high speed measurement.
When we measure our cars inline and 100%, it allows us to catch errors early and repair them quickly and easily, and most importantly, cheaply. When you sample measure, you've got a batch of cars with an unknown condition. The risk is you might have to rework 10, 20, maybe 30 cars at a time. Here, when we find an error, it's the first car and we fix it immediately. So we're trying to achieve a next to the line 100% measurement system. So every car we produce here at Lotus will come through the CMM. That allows us to control our product quality and make sure that every car we produce is just as good as the last one. The goal here is to produce cars that are right first time, every time, and the CMM enables us to do that. So this metrology investment is part of a £100 million investment at Lotus in driving us into a very competitive market space with the Emira. There's a lot of good cars out there that we have to compete with. And the way we're going to do that is by driving efficiency and reducing cost. My experience with LK has been excellent. They've been a supportive team, they've been involved right from the first day, and every time we need support or we have an opportunity to improve or change the process, LK are right there with us. What I've learned from working with LK is that it's a customer-supplier relationship, but it's more than that. We've worked together to solve problems, and in the end, it's really a partnership. Having this piece of equipment here has transformed our quality at Lotus. It's enabled us to drive part and process improvements and develop and tune the Emira to make it a world-class vehicle. I would absolutely recommend the HC90 to anyone looking for a CMM or an automated system in their line. Working with LK has been a real team effort. We've been able to get a complex automated product with multiple stakeholders into the facility and running alongside launching a vehicle, which can be a really difficult task. So the challenge we have at Lotus is that some of the tolerances on this car are as small as 1mm. And that means for me to be sure that we are accurate, we have an uncertainty allowance for the machine of only 0.1 of a millimetre.
So finally, for the flexibility aspect of that, we've got the multi-sensor systems, but we've also recessed the machine into the floor. It can be used online, it can be offline for additional quality checks, fully automated in-line with production and sequenced with the manufacturing process. So overall for Lotus, we bring the measurement speed, we bring the flexibility, and we bring the accuracy that they need.
So we've been trading since 1963, and we've been manufacturing CMMs in our factory in the East Midlands. So effectively that means we're local to our customers, but also you have access to the full factory, all of our engineering departments, so any complex projects are very easy for us to do. So that's the benefit of working with LK Metrology.
What an incredible car. We've certainly enjoyed our day today, and we've really learned that often people think of metrology as a cost, but look at what investing in the right equipment has done for a company like this, and just think what it could do for you.